What's happening, guys? Willie here at the Great Outdoors. So here's the story about a lovely lady who was raising 3 very lovely girls. Why does that sound so familiar? Anyway, the story goes like this. I did a video not too long back, we're going to go back in time here just a little bit, on the Penn 716 spin fisher. Okay, they call them the greenie. That's right. Well, I did another video later on down the line where I kind of used the 2052 by Shakespeare, which falls into that same size category. I also used a microlite made by the DAM Quick company that had been sent here to me by a gentleman, a subscriber to the channel and friend, Jeff. He sent me one because he was refusing to believe that I had never used one of the DAM Quick Microlite reels. And I just had never found one. Everything that I had found were these rather large fishing reels. You know, more saltwater oriented kind of thing. And I just don't find the microlite. I don't find the small ones very often. And that kind of goes to say with the other reels too, the 716, the 2052. You find a lot of Mitchell 308s, things like that, because Mitchell really flooded the market with their reels. So you find a few of those out there, the Mitchell 304, smaller reels like that. You know what I'm saying? Those types of things. But when Jeff sent me that reel, come to find out, it was pretty well gone through, and I didn't have to do a thing. Now, if you know me and follow the channel, you know that if I really like something, I like to have at least 2 of them. Because if something is to break, need parts, and they're hard to come by or whatever, I like to have a backup. I like to have some kind of backup, if nothing else, just a parts reel, so that I can fix the possible broken reel by using parts off of it. That's the kind of thing I do. So I have been looking for another quick microlite. I just said quick that time because I just get tired of saying damn quick. I don't know, just a guilty feeling you get when you say it, even though there's nothing wrong with it. And you can say it all you want. People aren't going to understand. There's always that third party. You know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about? So we'll just go with quick from this point on. The Quick Microlite, German reel, very well made. I was impressed, but I didn't really get to tear into the thing because when Jeff sent it to me, it was so clean and in such good shape. I didn't really have to do anything. Well, enter Leon. Well, Leon lives in Pensacola, Florida, and he goes to quite a few different flea markets and people that sell specifically old fishing reels and rods and things like that. He bumped into another quick microlite, model 265. Okay, that's what they call this particular one, is the 265. You know that by looking on the bottom of the spool, and you can read what the model is. It's under the spool. This is a model 265, just like my other one that I got from Jeff. And again, if I'm going to have 2 of something, it's because I really like it. Well, this one hasn't been going through, as far as we know. And according to Leon, it's a little bit thick. Well, a little bit thick means it just needs to be a little bit cleaned up. So what we're going to do is open that box right there, take a good look at this reel. I'm going to let you guys see it just the same way I'm going to be seeing it. And then we're going to do us a tear down right here on the table. Tear it all down, get it all cleaned up, get it put back together, and there's an extremely high probability there may be some fishing getting done tomorrow once I get this reel taken apart, because it's late in the afternoon right now and it just showed up about 3 o'clock from the old UPS man. So, what do you say? Let's dig into this box, take a good look at this reel, and see what we got to do. Not that I don't know what we got to do. I mean, I know what we got to do, and it takes a couple of hours to do it. Even though for you guys, it's going to be like, Bang, it's done. That is the magic of television, ladies and gentlemen. Technology. It can be your friend, or it can make you mad enough to choke an elephant. I'm not kidding. Just ask me about GoPros. I'll tell you all about wanting to choke an elephant. And very well packed. Wow. And a good box to be able to use again for something else I'm going to send away. We're actually trading things. That's how we're getting these. Me, Dan, Selvig, and Leon, we're trading stuff back and forth so we can get reels that we really want, that we really like. Well, I gotta say, this one looks pretty good too. Now let's see if this one feels as thick. Oh, that one doesn't tighten there. Okay, yeah, that's thick. Okay, that's thick. That's thick. That's bad grease and oil and stuff. So we're gonna, first off, I'm gonna take this off right here and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. This is how, when you have one of these reels, you can tell how you can tell what you have. Something there don't seem right. Don't remember that being on the top. 265. You can actually, I don't know that you can see it or not, but I'll try to get some glare going on there. But under here, under the spool, will tell you the model. 265 is what's on this one. You can see it's written under there. I'm hoping you guys could see it. We'll take that ring out of there. Yeah, I think that was backwards. I think that was supposed to be like that. Then that like that. Then that like that. Okay? So that was a little bit backward there, but that's all right. No big deal. Well, it actually doesn't look terrible. All right, we got a gear popping out there. Let's take a good look under there. It looks to be all one piece. Gear looks to be in really good shape, which I'm very happy to see. So it looks like what I got to do next is loosen this screw here that is holding the entire shaft together. Oh, that's really a long-winded screw there. It's a lot longer than it looks. We'll put that right there. Oh, look, it's good. Some sort of magic thing going on there. I got to take a look at everything and make sure I realize how it all functions here. Pretty self-explanatory there. On your gear, you have a little race right there, a little spinner that goes on that little gear right there. I'm going to assume that this gear just slides right out of here. Yeah, that's all it does. It just pops right out of there like that. There is a little copper washer on the bottom of that. What did I just do? Okay, that's fine. I'm going to get that little copper washer out of there so we don't lose it. I don't see anything wrong in here with the anti-reverse, so I am not going to disassemble all of that. It just doesn't, it's not necessary at all. But you can see down in there, there's a C-clip that holds that arm on. You pop that C-clip off and you can take all that stuff off. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. That is not causing the thickness. Also, I'm realizing that down further inside there on the bottom, which I don't know you can see, it's stamped on the inside under here. Inside 265. That's pretty nifty. That's a just in case you were wondering kind of thing. Take that nut off there. There you go. Oh, it does unscrew. Well, ain't I a dummy? Okay, that unscrews right off of there. So there you go, that unscrews right off of there. Okay. Big parts pile. This is very hard to turn right here. And it shouldn't be. Let's remember that this open end is facing the arm there, okay? Y'all help me with that, please. So far, I've got a lot of parts laid out all over the place here. In there, we have a bearing. And there it comes. Well, that's kind of odd. That bearing moves really easily. Why was that? I mean, that bearing is moving easily. See that? So what we'll do, I'm going to go to the sink and clean this up. There is old grease in here. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's this bushing. This bushing is really tight. when it fits in there. I mean, you don't want it to be terribly loose, but let me clean these two parts up and I'll see if we can't do something there, even if it's just a little light wet sandpaper to go down through there and maybe make that bushing just the slightest bit bigger. But we'll clean it up first, check it out, oil it, see if it makes a difference. Okay, we are back and we're clean, and this bearing now, that is awesome. Also, I found out where the problem was. The problem was that bushing right there. It's like a bronze bushing. What I did was take my brass tube cleaner, ran it through the top here and through that bronze bushing, and that brass, I just worked that tube cleaner around in a circle through that bronze bushing that's inside there, right there where the gear slips through. And now we have no thickness. This thing turns just as easy and makes me smile just as happy. You just got no idea. Also, I did give Jeff a call. I talked to Jeff on the phone for just a little bit while I was cleaning all of this up, and thanked him for actually bringing these reels to my attention. And I also have to say thank you. Wait a minute, where'd that part go? There it is. Okay, man, thought I just lost a part. There's nothing more scary than looking down into your bowl and going, did I just lose something? And I didn't. I'm very happy about that. Anyway, what I was saying was I have to say thank you to Leon for finding this reel and being willing to come off of it. And for me, of course, we traded a couple things for me to get it, but that's what the community is. Till the one day when the lady met this fellow, I still don't know how that all really happened. How a man with 3 boys and a woman with 3 girls, why they needed a maid with all those people. Couldn't somebody cook and make a bed? Go ahead and put that down in there like that. You got this little copper washer that went, that's on the shaft to your anti-reverse right there. Then you have your little anti-reverse. Well, this is not an anti-reverse gear. This is that secondary gear I was talking about that, you know, kind of, let's just put it on here and stop talking about it. Now, on top of that little stop that comes off of that brass gear down there, you have a sleeve. Just a little sleeve that helps that thing move a little better. There's that little sleeve. I've got that on there now, like a little barrel sleeve kind of thing. Now, as we found out, this screws on. Hi.
I brought you a present.
You brought me a present? What would that possibly be? What am I deserving of?
Ice cream.
Ice cream? I'm deserving of ice cream?
Sure.
All right. Well, I can think of a little...
Pecan.
What kind?
Southern butter pecan.
Southern buttered pecan. I think I got to say that right, don't I? Southern buttered pecan. My goodness, what a delight. There we go. Now when you just screw that on there, you just want to, you know, you want to make it snug. You don't want to make it so tight that it scares people. This little bushing, now this little bushing or little washer is shaped, got that D formation because you have the D formation here. And that is what's going to help us for that thing to keep from coming apart. So we will put that on there. There's the nut. There we go. That's moving beautifully. I could cry right now. That's the way we became. I gotta stop that. Stop it. I'm gonna take this here and we are going to just push it right on down through there because I put a little oil down the tube there. It pushed all of it out, but that's okay. That grease is up in there. And now, oh, did I get it? Son of a gun, I sure did. Okay, now we need the little flathead screwdriver that had all the threads, or a flathead screw that is. There we go. Got that caught. Everything looks good. We will push that down there. We hear some clickety-clacking going on. Now, this is an important part, and the reason for it being an important part is because when I took it apart, it was wrong. So, your little leather drag washer goes down onto the spool like that, okay? That was not how it was. Your spring washer goes on top like that, and then your little red drag nut goes on there like that. And now, for that thing we all know and love, doing the thing. It's a good feeling. I mean, I've never heard anyone argue about doing the thing not being a good feeling. It's a good feeling. I'm telling you right now, I'm sitting here doing it and I'm loving it. Loving every bit of it. So yes, here we are doing the thing. It turned out great. The bronze bushing was causing the problem. It was just a little bit too tight, and once I cleaned that out with a brass tube cleaner, bristle tube cleaner, perfectly fine. Everything, look at that. I mean, does that not make you smile? I mean, if it don't make you smile, I don't know why you're watching. I really don't. I don't understand it. Why aren't you watching something else? Why aren't you, watching people skateboard, or why aren't you watching people do needlepoint or something like that? Because why you're watching this, if that don't make you smile, you are definitely on the wrong channel. I'm not kidding. There we go. Quick Microlite. DAM Quick Microlite. Completely taken apart, put back together. Very simplistic reel, but quality simplistic. Not simplistic like grabbed a handful of parts, threw it in there, put the cover on. Well thought out, well put together, very much like a pen, very much like the inside of the 2052, stuff like that. It's that type of thing. There was also another reel I found not too long back that actually Leon has right now, and I never really even got to use it, which I thought it was kind of cool to send it to him and let him be the guy to use it. It was a compact, what was that thing called? Compact. Anyway, it was Japanese and it was silver, and it was called a compact something. I'll tell you what it is as soon as we'll put it up there and you'll see what it is. But I think it had something to do with Thor, but I ain't sure. They're made very much the same, worm gear types, not your typical big round like you would see in a Mitchell crank gear type thing. Very well put together, very well thought out. I can't begin to thank you guys enough, specifically Jeff and Leon, for finding this one for me, and Jeff, of course, for getting me started with these guys in the first place. I'm really loving these, and I'm glad now that I do have a backup for something in case the other one goes. And I also do know by talking to Jeff where I can get parts now. I just got to give Jeff a call, and he's got a guy. You gotta love it when someone says, hey man, no problem, no worries, I know a guy. Wonderful. It's a great thing. It's a fun feeling. It's a good warm feeling. Makes you feel like, you're not just gonna have to give up. That's the feeling. We're gonna put some line on this thing. We're gonna take this thing fishing. So at this point, I'm not gonna say the ending yet. I'm not gonna say we'll see you on the next one. I'm just gonna say we'll see you in just a minute. This may look familiar to y'all. I told you I was coming back here. I was coming back prepared. I wasn't just going to be on a little old motorcycle, barely able to take care of the fish down there. What I need is I got to go over here, and we got to set the Microlite up correctly. And there you go. This is how it's probably going to be right here. And I'm just going to drop it. And immediately it begins to bob. It ain't no big bob, just a little bob. Kind of like Bob Jr. there. Now let's see how smart they are. They're smart because they got one of them off there. So they're professionals. Boom! Okay, there we go. All right, that's what I wanted to see. That's what I wanted to see. Little one. Boom, immediate bob. Boop. Oh. Oh. I don't know where the big ones are, because there were some big ones over here the other day. I'm not sure where they went. Sun's over here though. We're getting immediate hits, but they are not hooking up. There we go. Got one to hook up that time. A little bit bigger. We're getting slightly bigger. There we go. These fish, I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, and they're not. So I'm really just having, as soon as they make the first bob, I'm just having to set the hook. And usually you don't have to set the hook with a bluegill. They will just inhale it. But they're not really fighting over it today. These fish are weird. They don't run with it. They don't grab it and take off. They just do that. They just bob. Like that. It's like, quit with the bob. There. Stuck that hook in you. I'm sorry. I did not want to do that to you, but well, no wonder you're so dang small. I'm serious. You could almost, if I hold him up to the sun, you can see through him. Be like a little X-ray of a fish. Now what we're doing is doing a little old drop shot thing. I just tied my hook way up high there. Got quite a few of those on there. Maybe some of those crappie we had in here the other day. We'll maybe they'll munch on this thing. And this is, again, just another technique to show you when you're in a place like this, you know, what it can take to find and catch the fish. And drop shot's a great way because your weight sits on the bottom. As soon as it goes to the bottom, you see your line stop falling, you kind of reel it, get a little tension on it so you're getting that bait off the bottom. And you just kind of slowly raise it. Still getting a bite. There we go. Man, what is your little tail doing so far down there in the depths? I mean, he's tiny. Goodness gracious. I mean, out in the middle, deep. What are you doing? There we go. That's what I want. Something like that size. We're getting hit. There we go. Look out, turtle. So there you go. You got to see the reel tore down, the DAM Quick Microlite. Sorry I didn't get to do that on the first one, but unfortunately Jeff made it way too nice inside and I didn't have to. But this particular reel was a little thick in the middle. Someone had cleaned it up, but it didn't go all the way. And you got to go all the way when you clean these reels up, because otherwise just one thing, just one little thing can make it where it's just not right, just not functioning up to its potential. Well, anyway, as far as potential goes, that reel's got a lot more potential than just catching bluegills, you know, on a bobber or drop shot. But it was kind of neat to get back out here again. I didn't have to break any land speed records. You just get out here and cast. And yes, if you ever come to the Williamsburg Thousand Trails Campground and you bring the children, or you're just bored, you can come out here and you can catch bluegills. There's thousands of them in that little pond right there. And there's also some bass in there. They weren't hitting though. They were staying along the edge, right on the edge. And I mean, inches off of the edge. And I guess they're waiting for feeding time, which is usually just as the sun's going to go down over that lake right there. But I need to get on home because I've been gone all day long. So anyway, the DAM Quick Microlite. Again, I thank Leon for getting me that one. I thank Jeff for getting me the first one and kind of getting me addicted. My wife doesn't care for either one of you very much, but that's okay. She got used to me. She can get used to you guys. Trust me. So anyway, yeah, drop shot, bobber, little grubs, you know, from the first time we were out here. All kinds of ways to catch bluegills and crappie. thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little video. We'll see you on the next one, whatever the next one may be. Now I've got to four-wheel drive my Acura out of here. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I kind of have boldly gone where no Acura has ever gone before, I think. But that's okay. I think where I'm sitting is actually where tent is supposed to be. Anyway, see you guys later. I need a cheeseburger. Oh yeah, this time I mean it. I'm getting one if I don't get stuck.